How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Not all questions are important. Great designers know how to ask great questions. So let's dive into what makes a question great. Before we get into the anatomy of a great question, let's ask the simple question. Why does a designer need to even ask better questions?
I can think of three simple reasons. Good questions help a designer move away from obsessing over UI elements to caring about the overall user journey that will create larger impact. Asking good quality questions as a designer helps your team build trust within your abilities. It helps shape direction for the entire team, and it helps you influence decisions without ever having to enforce any kind of authority, which you anyway might not have had as a designer. A good designer understands the real problem before racing into solutions. And the only way to figure out the real problem is by asking the great questions. You can ask high quality questions starting today by practicing these 5 traits. Be intentional. First, make sure you understand why you're asking this question and what you really want out of it. Simple questions get better answers than complicated, convoluted questions. When asking questions, make sure everyone, including yourself, is aware of what the context is. Because if the context is clear, the question automatically lays itself really nicely on top. Be constructive with your questions. You're not trying to win a debate. What you're trying to do is you're trying to increase the level of understanding and learning across the team by asking these constructive questions. The 5th trait is called layering. You start with the what, then the why, and then the how. You might have different kinds of information at different levels. Always make sure to get the deepest level of understanding by going through all the layers. And when you finally start getting answers to those questions you're asking, make sure you have only one intention when you're listening, which is just to listen. Do not prep for answers or overthink anything that they're saying in your mind while you're listening. Just listen.